Previously on TRB's The Retail Rant. Because they constantly say that the safety of their employees is priority number one. And then they tell you the customer service is priority number one. So they don't even know what the fuck their priorities are. So now somebody has to make the beer run at 10 o'clock. So they go make the beer run, they pull up a Walmart, they pull up the, whatever your local Mega Mart is, and they say, fuck, dude, I've already had like 6 beers, and there's a cop sitting right there. If you ever want to see a riot begin, see somebody walk over and say, hey, no, I just need to get 1 beer. It's like being on the set of, I can imagine it being on the set of The Drunken Dead. I don't care how perfectly manicured and prepared your excuse to be late on New Year's Day is, I'm not fucking believing it. And now, for this week's episode of The Retail Rant. If you're listening to this show right now, it's because you have experienced retail hell. The unoriginal bastard who thinks that because it doesn't scan, it must be free. The people that have no respect for a public restroom. The customers that think that they can come in and haggle like it's some kind of goddamn flea market. The corporate office that cuts payroll, raises tasks, and expects more sales. Oh, those things never happen. Bullshit. This is the Retail Rant Podcast, streaming directly to your ear holes in medium definition audio quality. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is done. It is over. The holidays are finished. Congratulations, you survived. As always, it's me, TRB, the Ranty Bastard, welcoming you to yet another week of the Retail Rant Podcast, where we discuss and absolutely destroy everything about retail. So hopefully you're checking out the show on a new avenue that we've been exposed to. The guys over at Couch Party have been gracious enough to add us to their Android app. So if you're checking it out on an Android device or you've been checking it out on your laptop, hey, get the app, download it, start listening to all these shows. You're going to have all kinds of great content across the board. They've also added another great show in Project Archivist, so I definitely recommend you check that show out. It's not to be missed. You guys will thoroughly enjoy it. So, I got to say it, and I hate to say it, because I hate to say that summer is gone, but winter, oh yeah, she's here. And, a lot of people bitched all summer long. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, I can't wait for winter. Well, you know what? We had a pretty mild holiday stretch. There are places in the country that had 60-plus degree weather on Christmas. Well, I hate to tell you, that shit's gone, and you got your wish. So all that's going to happen now is that same person's going, oh, I can't wait for summer. Oh, it's so cold. Look, winter happens every year. It doesn't change. Maybe it shows up a little bit later. Maybe it shows up a little bit earlier. But I can guarantee you that it's going to get cold at some point in the year, and it usually coincides with Christmas or January, generally months that are known for being cold. So, again, don't take this as a big shocker, but winter, oh yeah, she's here. It's literally gripping the country right now, or at least most of it. People down in Florida are probably looking up and going, ha, I'm going to get on my boat right now, assholes. Well, not only is winter here, but it's just arriving, okay? So, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And, a lot of things come with winter, Granted, everybody was hoping for a white Christmas, and that didn't happen for most of the country, but you know what? It was the last time it did. Holy shit. But, people like, they like having snow on the ground. It looks pretty. Probably the biggest group out of everybody that gets a kick out of it is the kids. Because for the kids, it's an innocent thing. They get to go out, they get to play in the snow, they get to make a snowman, they get to throw snowballs with their friends, they get to have a good time. They also don't have to go to school. Now, them not going to school, I'm behind it 100% because it is entirely a safety issue, okay? There's no reason for a bread box to drive down an icy-ass road to take a kid to school for one day, when in reality it could cause a terrible accident and he could miss many days, okay? Or she. But I get it, okay? Schools close because it's a safety concern. Totally understand it, 100% behind it, okay? Us, on the other hand, working retail, yeah, we don't get that pass. No. At best, you might get to open late, or maybe you get to close early if your store manager, or your district manager, your area manager, whatever, isn't a complete fucktard, okay? But given the fact that we know that most of these people are indeed fucktards, there's not much hope, okay? Because I can tell you right now, the only thing that'll be guaranteed, because the whole opening late, closing early, that's a maybe. That's up in the air. It's 50-50, okay? The one thing I will guarantee you 100% that is going to happen is the day it snows and the schools are closing and the plows are being sent out, one thing is going to happen for sure. You're going to get a phone call from your store manager, or district manager, whatever. Hey, did you make it to open the store? I've been trying to call and nobody's picking up. Or, can you make it in? Can you make it in today? Are you on your way? Well, yeah, I'm trying to get there. But you do realize that there's 2 feet of snow on the ground, and a normal snowfall around here is about 3 inches, and everybody loses their fucking minds. Schools are closed for a month, but the retail shops, they're still open. Now, again, the kids, we're more responsible than they are. We can drive in the snow, okay? We know our limits. If it's just that bad out, nobody's going to make you come into work. But they're sure as hell going to try and poke and prod and nudge and insinuate that you better get your ass here. Which, again, you're doing it for a paycheck. That's the only reason we go. Because on a snow day, you know what? It's kind of nice. You might get a little break from customers because they're not going to want to leave their houses, or maybe their kids are home from school. That's great. But the one thing that drives me nuts about a snow day is that they call you and they tell you, hey, we still need you to come in. And depending on the road conditions, you are putting your life at risk way, way more than you do on a normal day. Okay? But these fuckers will not pay you for the time traveled. For the extra stress and chance of an accident or something terrible happening to you, these cheap fucks will not pay you for the drive to work or the drive from work. Only the time you were there working. Now me, if I were to drive to work and be called in or told, hey, I don't care what you have going on, I don't give a shit that there's 3 feet of snow on the roads, get your ass to work. If I get in a fucking accident on my way to work because I was told I had to be there, and then I had an accident or caused serious damage to myself, my vehicle, and I can't get there, you're going to fire me? What the fuck is that about? You told me I had to put my life on the line to get there to sell a shitty little thing to a little shitty old lady. Okay? But, just get here. It's fucking ridiculous. But, so getting past that, when we do get there, what do we get to work? Or when we get to work, what do we actually get? Sick. We get fucking sick. Okay? Now, what'll happen a lot of times is you'll get sick from your coworkers. Because, you're, maybe you're a supervisor or something like that, you make a little bit more money. So you might have a little bit saved away where you can take that day and say, nah, it's just too hazardous for me to come in. You guys can suck my dick. But that guy or girl that makes $8 an hour and that job is literally life or death, either they're going to be sleeping in the igloo outside that somebody's kid just made, or they're actually going to pay the rent. Oh yeah, that person's going to come in dead. And I mean, shit falling out of all kinds of noses and eyeballs and mouths, and it's just absolute train wreck. Now, I appreciate the fact that they showed up, but they only showed up because they had to. Not because they wanted to. Granted, we all have to show up at some point to get paid. But they showed up strictly for the money and had no concern, no care whatsoever for the coworkers that they're going to be standing right next to and hacking a lung up on your shoulder, breathing right on your face, probably answering the same phone as you. They're not thinking to wipe it off. They're just thinking, I can't wait to get off this phone and go sit back down. Now, again, I appreciate that they show up. But seriously, take a fucking day off if you're that bad, okay? It doesn't matter if there's snow on the ground or not. If you look like a bowl of fuck when you come to work, somebody needs to send you home. And when you argue and fret, well, I won't get paid, this and that. Look, be reasonable, all right? Don't come in and infect us all with your fucking flu or virus or cold or Ebola or whatever the fuck it is you have, all right? Be reasonable and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it in today. I'm terribly sick. I certainly would like to pick up some hours later on in the week when I'm feeling a bit better and I can actually do my job without acting like that fucking monkey from Outbreak, okay? The other group, though, of course, is going to be the customers. And I'm talking about direct transmission of illness. Not that we're fucking making out with these people because they're disgusting trolls half the time. But you have to interact with them. And contact with them probably has to happen more than it does with a coworker. Because for me, this time of year, this is the I don't give a fuck how you handed me the money. Your change is on the counter. Okay? Because I don't need whatever virus you have on your hand to transmit to me on your $1 bill. All right? Because touching money, they cough in their hand, they dig in their pocket, they fish out change, they hand it to you. Boom. There you go. You got it. Whatever crud it is they have, you now have it. Congratulations. Or worse yet, these fuckers that come in and they're hacking and wheezing and coughing all over the place, and then they go, hey, can you help me? And you try your damnedest to keep your distance. You might even wear the little white respirator mask, and still they will just hock lung butter all over you. Hell, they might even puke at your feet. Now, if they're that sick, unless they're going to a Walgreens or to a CVS or a Duane Reade or something like that, there's no fucking reason to leave the house, okay? You do not need to be going into, say, a Home Depot to buy a fucking tape measure when your eyeballs are bleeding and you're dying from Ebola, all right? Plain and fucking simple. If you are that sick, stay the fuck home. My kid gets sick. He's contagious. He stays home. Plain and simple. Adults, customers, take the same advice. If you feel like you're about to die, we don't want you to die in the middle of the fucking store. It's more paperwork and bullshit that we have to put up with. Stay the fuck home, all right? God damn it. And the other thing, I look at a lot of these places, and I've worked at some of these places before. You got places where you're constantly going in and out of the building. And we may not think about it, okay? So I'll just bring a couple examples to light. First off, those carts in the parking lot, they don't fucking drive themselves back into the store. Nope. Some poor bastard, probably making $8 an hour, has to go walk out in the snow or just in the cold in general and push all those carts back into the store. Well, guess what? He's gone from maybe, say, a 70-degree controlled environment to -2, back to 70, back to -2, all day long. All day long. If that guy doesn't have the flu by the end of an 8-hour shift, he should probably go to Marvel and say, look, all the movies you're making about superheroes, no. Look at me, okay? I don't get sick in this shit. You should do a fucking movie about me. I have superhuman powers, all right? Where you look at the grocery stores. You got these guys are carrying food and bags and stuff out for people. Back in. What are they rewarded with? Hey, I need you to carry this out. So back, out, in, out. Or better yet, you get a customer that says, hey, can you come look at this thing? And they've got it outside in their car, or it is their car. And again, back and forth. 70 minus 2, 70 minus 2. And a good friend of mine, we'll call him V, he works in the automotive parts industry. And the worst thing for him is when it's cold as fuck outside, the cold weather will affect a battery like nobody's business. So, of course, what is he stuck doing? You go to all these different parts stores, wherever you are, just about all of them will check it, and they check a battery. And so these guys are in, out, all day long. Because corporate controls the environment in the store, okay? Now, in the wintertime, it's not as bad. Because in the summertime, they'll let it get up to like 80 degrees in there before they kick the AC on. The winter, it might get down to about 62 before somebody says, oh shit, we got to turn the heat on. All right? But in the summertime, they'll tell you, oh, it's hot in the store, drink some water. Go sit down. Fan yourself. Okay? That's really helpful when I'm having a fucking heat stroke, but it's not as bad as the winter. Because when I've been stuck outside pushing shopping carts in for the last 2 hours, I can't feel my toes, my fingertips, my balls. I can't feel anything other than just bone-chilling cold. But I go inside, and it's 65. It's not like I'm going to really warm up all that fast. Plus, my jacket's got to get warm. Granted, I'm probably going to take that off and stand there, but I'm still frozen to the core. So what am I going to do? Am I going to start a bonfire in the store? I mean, if water takes care of heat, according to the corporate drink water memo, shouldn't warmth take care of cold? So, yeah, I guess I'll just fire up a fire pit right here. Because God knows they're not going to let you waste any of their precious money on a space heater for that poor guy. I mean, God, it's ridiculous. And the worst part of it is, there's not a whole lot done to prevent this kind of sickness, okay? Yeah, you got Purell at the registers. Somebody might actually cover their mouth when they cough. Believe it or not, it doesn't happen unless you're a kindergartner, which they do pretty good teaching that. But you're going to get people that call out from it. And the worst call-outs from this are the people... Well, I got an idea. So, we've already talked about the people that do their job and they get sick. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. Again, you have to be a superhuman for after even 2 or 3 days of work of constantly doing that shit to not come down with something, even just a simple cold. A simple cold, when it's cold, is not so fucking simple. A cold can damn near cripple you when the temperature stays below 15 degrees outside all day. All right? And you're going to have to keep going back and forth in this shit. But then, think about the kid. The kid was outside on the snow day. He's having fun. He made a whole line of snowmen. He's proud. You're taking pictures. That's great. But guess what? Now your kid got sick. And guess what? You got to call out to watch your kid. You can't send him to daycare sick. He's going to get other kids sick. So you keep him at home. And now you have to call out. It's the sick season. That's all it is. It's cold and sick. That's what happens. Most places, say maybe November, December, where I am, it seems like it starts getting cold in fucking April. Not in Florida, HAB. But just, my God. The whole roster ends up sick. Every employee in the store is sick. Every single one of them. And who's going to work? What are you going to do? You call the DM? I worked in a fucking store for years. Years. Some of them probably even decades. Because somehow they're managing to hang on to their middle management job by just, forwarding out emails or some shit or having conference calls. Oh, I'm really working hard. That shit doesn't apply to a store. Customers aren't there for a fucking conference call. DM going to come in and work when everybody's sick? Nope. Not a chance. Because sure as hell, they're not going out. There's no way in hell they're going out in this. If you're calling them and saying, hey, I'm not coming in to open the store today, you think they're really going to be all that motivated to get out and try it? They're going to say they are. Oh, well, the roads by me aren't that bad. I see on the news that this road and that street and this avenue, they're all pretty clear. I think you can make it. Yeah, okay. Because you're now a fucking weather app and a traffic guy. Good job. Ugh, you're not a lot of help. But hey, I'll call you if I ever need anything. You're there to support me. Oh, God. Well, hey, speaking of support, let's take a quick second and support our sponsors at AccessoryGeeks.com.
Oh, man. I left my Bluetooth at the hotel. Again. The wife's gonna kill me. That was an expensive present.
Every year, thousands of husbands accidentally lose their phone chargers, break their cases, and their earbuds, resulting in thousands of unhappy wives. AccessoryGeeks.com knows that a happy wife makes for a happy life. AccessoryGeeks.com is your one-stop shop for high-quality and affordable chargers, Bluetooth headsets, and customized cases for iPhone and Samsung Galaxy. Every order from AccessoryGeeks.com ships for free. Be sure to use the promo code PARTY5 to receive an additional 13% off your entire purchase. Do your part to keep your wife happy. Go to AccessoryGeeks.com and buy some backup accessories.
Hey, so we're back, and a quick big thanks to Mrs. Tomko who cut that promo. And if you didn't visualize it, go back and listen to it after this, because if you did not think about the Sarah McLachlan, like sad puppies or starving children, if you didn't think about that when you listened to it, take a minute, rewind, listen to it again. It'll hit you like a ton of bricks. It's fantastic. So there's another set of people that I ran across this week as I was out, unfortunately, doing some shopping. And it's some people. Now, before anybody picks up a fucking club and tries to hit me over the head, it's SUM, as in the sum of something. So, it's not some people or those people or you people or anything. Okay, it's some people. All right? And the some people you have all experienced. You all know them very, very well. And they, you'll see them pretty much any time of the month. I was talking with a friend about it after experiencing it, and he said, "Oh, well, you see that a lot first of the month." But I hate to say it, I see it all the time. Once I kind of thought about it, and what some people are, so the people that load up 3 shopping carts full of shit, or they load up 1 shopping cart full of shit with so much stuff. There's probably 500 different items in there. And they put it all up on the conveyor belt. And the cashier looks and says, "God damn, this is going to be some fucking work." So they start scanning. And they're looking. They're going, "I can almost see the end." They're trying to hurry up, scan it as fast as they can. Poor bastard, it's probably been sent over to help him bag it up. He's going, oh man, goddamn, this never ends. Well, then they get about halfway through, and you can see the little divider on the conveyor belt. And the person will go, okay, stop right there. Stop right there. How much is that? What's the sum? What's the total? So, it's $250. Oh, no. No. All right, go back and take that off. Take that. All right, that bag on the very bottom underneath the other 800 bags you've already put in there. Yeah, take that off. Okay, yeah, go ahead and take that off. Okay, how much is it now? It's $240. Okay, yeah, you can keep going now. Oh, thank you for your permission. Oh, mathematical one, you fucking twat. So they keep scanning. They get all the way to the end divider. And here it comes again. What's the total? How much is it? You're now at $450. Oh, no. Nah. See, I've only got $400. So why don't you, you know what? Go take that and take that off and remove this. And what's the total now? $419. Okay. All right. Take that off. What is it now? Oh, $412. Okay. Take that and that off. And then take that off. How much is it now? Oh, $380. Okay. Let me think about what I want you to put back on there. And they think. And they debate. And they tell you to add this. Wait, no. I changed my mind. Put that on. Take that off. Put that on. Nah, you know what? Let's go with the first one. Indecisive as hell. Now, mind you, they're budget savvy. They know exactly what they're spending. But it's very simple. Because I guarantee you, at some point, while those 3,000 items were being scanned, they were checking Facebook. They were looking to see if anybody was tweeting about them behind them in line, like some people I know. Or they're just generally fiddle-fucking around with the phone as it is. Well, I hate to tell you, 90% of the phones out there, and I'd venture to say probably even a higher number of people that do this kind of shit, it has this little calculator symbol. Yeah, that's a calculator. Why don't we fucking use it? Because you literally stood there and wasted 45 minutes, not on the actual shopping and scanning part, but on your total fucking indecisiveness about which item you're going to use to get right at $400, okay? They suck at math. They had the calculator with them the entire time. The company has spent millions of dollars putting the price tag right in fucking front of them. Yet, they will somehow manage to come up with $600 worth of shit and know full goddamn good and well they have $400 in their wallet. And then they'll add it up and they'll go, okay, what's the total? Well, now it's $399.28. Okay, I can do that. And then they hit total, and now here comes the tax. Oh, Lord, here we go. We got to fucking play the goddamn game again. Take this off, take that off. Wait, no, put that back. Okay, what the fuck? And not only is it just a pain in the ass for the cashier, for the person bagging and taking shit out and putting it back, but then all the shit that they picked up, the extra $200 of shit they picked up, somebody's got to go put it back. Okay? And yeah, you probably get 1 hour of labor for returns, but this bitch right here, or this asshole right here, has managed to rack up 6 hours of fucking returns with all the shit that they couldn't figure out they wanted or they didn't. So now, having to waste more labor because of this person. I'm having to lose sales because the shit that is in their cart is now sitting behind the register, and I can't sell it because nobody can see it at my fucking feet. And quick side note on the returns. So, I was reading a blog a couple weeks back. I posted it on Twitter. Some of you probably saw it, where there was a discussion about the best ways to get back at a company when you have a customer complaint. And the first one, it was very generic. Email, call, talk to the manager, blah blah blah, all the normal human being-esque routes to go about it. Okay? But the second part explained to me the true asshole-ish nature of a fucking customer sometimes. Not all the time. But when you get the vindictive prick who does this shit, if you catch them doing it and you know that's what they're doing, throw them out of your fucking store. And I don't mean ask them to leave. I mean grab them by the shirt collar and the belt and fire them right out the fucking front door, okay? Because what these people were doing is, okay, they had a bad experience in that store. They were going to teach us a lesson. And the way they were going to teach us that lesson was to walk around for an extended period of time. Mind you, these fuckers apparently have hours to do this shit with. They would walk around and fill their shopping carts all the way to the brim with the smallest items they could. And they would not grab two of the same item. It was almost as if they would literally go down an aisle and grab one of everything on the aisle. Make sure it's all very tiny stuff. The example they used was an Office Depot or Office Max, office supply, something of that nature. And so they said, you grab one of this pen, you grab one of that pen, you grab one of this Post-it note, grab one of this eraser, and make sure it's all very small stuff. And then you walk away. Just leave it. Because the rationale that these fucking assholes have is that it's going to cost us labor, it's going to cost us money, it's going to cost us bonuses, and we'll learn our lesson. And if they don't fix it and we keep doing this, somebody's going to lose their job. What a fucking asshole-ish way to do that. For fuck's sake, I wish I could have cropped out step 2 and just deleted it from the internet, okay? There's a lot of horrendous shit on the internet. This would have been my number 1 to hit a fucking delete button on, all right? Because, god damn it, what kind of fucking prick is going to do this? It's, my blood was boiling. Boiling. I wanted to come through the monitor somehow, find the author, and just fucking gouge their eyes out while stomping their larynx. Because it's the only thing that would have made me feel better. But now, they've poisoned the minds of other customers with this whole, I know how to retaliate now. By acting like a total fucking dick. Which is some bullshit. So again, if you see that person doing that, just keep badgering them. May I help you? May I help you? May I help you? May I help you? Hey, I noticed you're grabbing one of everything. When you walked in and I said, how may I help you? And you said, ha ha ha, I'll take one of everything. Nobody actually means that. I know what you're doing. Get the fuck out. And that's when you grab them by the collar and the belt, drag them right to the front door, and give them the old heave-ho right into the fucking parking lot. And then you call the cops and tell them they assaulted you or something, just to make sure they get fucking banned. Because those people, when you throw them out there, you kind of hope that they get hit by a fucking bus. Sorry about that side note there, but I definitely had to cover that one. So, another one the customers like to do is they like to give us their suggestions, their ideas, their comments. And they think that it's free, quote, advice for us. It's going to make everything better because they said it. Quite honestly, it's a load of bullshit from somebody who's probably never worked retail before in their fucking life. Okay? These are the people, they won't call, they won't email, no matter how many surveys are at the bottom of their receipts, or how many times, hey, let us know about the service here, blah, blah, blah. No, they won't do that shit. They've always got some snarky comment, and that snarky comment will only and always come after the transaction is complete. Because they don't want to say anything up front, because they don't want to, catch any shit for the unnecessary shit that they stirred up. And I'll give you a few examples, okay? So, you're ringing a customer up. Hey, thank you very much. Have a nice day. And they get done, they grab their bag, and then they kind of lean in, and they look down the row, and they say, I think you should talk to so-and-so about their attitude down there. Okay. I mean, I'm just a cashier. Well, somebody needs to talk to him about his attitude. And then they kind of turn and back away. They just sulk off and disappear. You have no idea what the fuck happened. It's not even your position to go talk to him and go, hey man, what's with the attitude? That lady said you had an attitude. No reason for it. Or better yet, when you're at the next register over and you hear the customer giving them some shit, and whether or not the cashier's having a good day or a bad day is totally indifferent. Because they're giving them shit. Oh, well, you should give me this for this price. Or, you do it for this person. And then they get done. And you clearly saw that the cashier was as cordial as possible. Never at once gave any kind of attitude or snippy comments back. That person will slide down, and whether it be you, the manager, the supervisor, or just another cashier, they'll slide down and feel that you're just you're the suggestion box. They're going to drop an idea in there. You should talk to him about his attitude. Well, yeah, sure. I'll make sure I do that. Because when cases like that come up, me as a manager, I'm just going to walk over and go, the fuck was that guy's problem? He's a fucking dickhead. I mean, I heard the shit he was saying. Fuck him. Talk to you about your attitude. Talk to him about never fucking coming back in here again. Dick. Or they come in and, you should have more cashiers. Or you should just have more people in general. Well, I sure would love to. And you know what would really help? It would really help if you call the corporate office and let them know that you were a bit delayed more than you like to be because there were only 2 people in the store. And then they'll look at it and say, oh yeah, well, you only have hours for 2 people to be in the store. You know why we only have hours? Because you guys sent out a fuckload of coupons that knocked everything down from full price to like 40%. Well, guess what? That gap, that 60% difference, that probably would have been more labor for us. Yeah. So I'm going to put that one on the corporate office. Or when that person comes up and they're bitching about they had to wait too long, you need to have more cashiers. Nobody was able to help me. Well, guess what? If you could figure shit out for yourself and spend more than $2 fucking every time you come in here, we'd probably have more people. But you're so loyal, so loyal. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, because I had no fucking clue there's only 2 of us in this 80,000 square foot building when there's 400 of you assholes in here. But I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a nice day. Fuck off. No, you need to have more of this in stock. Or you need to have less displays in the walkway. I almost tripped. I don't know, maybe if you quit staring at your fucking phone trying to download a coupon while you're walking through the goddamn store, maybe you wouldn't have to worry about tripping, you sightless fuck. Or, I just wanted to let you know that area right there, yeah, it doesn't have enough space for someone with a wheelchair. And I just want to let you know that is against the law. Well, yes, I'm fully aware of the 36-inch rule for the Americans with Disabilities Act, and I will get that fixed right away. No, it should have already been fixed. And again, they just kind of disappear. Or one of my personal favorites is they get done, they've gone through the store, and God, they've been in here for 2 hours. But I only saw them for like an hour of that. That's weird. I wonder what they were doing. So they come through the line and check them out. Despite them having spent 2 hours in your store, they've spent a whopping $15. Thanks for your loyal business. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day. Yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but somebody should probably go clean that bathroom. It is disgusting in there. Well, I now know where you were for the half hour in question. You were in my bathroom having some kind of massive fight between your guts and your first foray into Thai food. And I'm taking a guess that the walls, the floor, and everything else in the bathroom probably lost that battle. Thanks a fucking lot. Get out. Because if there's one thing almost everybody has in common, retail, food service, private business, big box business, we've all had to clean a nasty shitter. And it's, I've had some brutal ones, and they do look like that battle against guts and Thai food. Thai food wins. But, whew, yeah, that isn't a common thread. But anyhow, all that being said, I'm going to bring this week's show to a close. Once again, as always, I thank you for listening. I thank you for your participation. I thank all 700 plus of you that follow me on Twitter at @the_retail_rant. There's a lot of other good Twitter handles out there, man. Those guys, everybody's got a retail story to tell. And a lot of you have them, and I can't wait to tell them. I've got some great guests lined up. I'm gonna start reading a few books, giving you some excerpts, and even if I can't get the authors on, I guarantee you that we're gonna have a good time with it. So, one final statement, as I do every week, and that is, before you go and tell that customer who just gave you a fantastic suggestion that they can take their advice, shove it straight up their ass, do us all one big favor, and wear somebody else's name tag.